So, the first one, corresponding angles in parallel lines. Okay? That's going to be our first notation. We do have to reference parallel lines because not all corresponding angles are equal. It's only if they're corresponding within parallel lines. Our second one's going to follow suit. Alternate angles in parallel lines. And then our third one, that the sum of angles within it is 180. We're going to have co-interior angles in parallel lines. All right, so then we've all got the same notation. So when we're doing these proofs and we're listing what an angle is, this is the notation we're going to use. So let's do this example problem. I'm going to draw it up. And we've got A 40, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we need to find A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, providing reason for all of them. Alright, so here we have a straight line. A is going to be 140. Y, angles on a straight line are 180. Alright, and that's all we're doing. We're just going through and listing the values with a justification for why we know. B is also going to be 140. And again, we could say, we've got two potential justifications. We could say, have a look here, there's two proofs. We could say it's because it's a straight line, that's 140. Or we know A is 140 and B is vertically opposite a pair of intersecting lines. So we could use either justification, either would be fine. Let's go with vertically opposite. Alright. C is going to be 40 because it's vertically opposite A. Alright, now D, we're going to go D. What does D correspond with? Well, we can see that D corresponds with 40. Alright, so D is going to be 40 because of corresponding angles in parallel line. Or we could say D is 40 because it's the alternate angle of C. Alright, see how they're alternate angles? And we know that C is 40, so therefore D is 40. They're alternate angles in parallel lines. Or we could say it's 40 because we know B is 140 and that angles inside parallel lines add up to 180 degrees. So I might do the last one. D is 40 because of co-interior angles in parallel lines. All right, and you could do any of those three. Any of those three would be an appropriate justification. E is going to be 140 because of a straight line, or we can say that it corresponds with C. Parallel lines. So E corresponds with A, sorry. F corresponds with C. So F is going to be 40 for the same reason. And G can be 140 because it's vertically opposite. Okie dokie. Y plus 60 2x 2x take 20 and 4y. Alright, so here we've got these sort of relationships and we obviously were told to find the values of x and y, and we could list a number of equations. I might list all of them. Firstly, this angle plus this angle is going to be 180 degrees. So 2x take 20 plus 4y is 180. And we know that because it's a straight line. So let's give reference to that, angle on a line. Another equation we have is 2x take 20 plus 3x. Okay, what are they going to equal? Excellent. Because they're both inside parallel lines. So they're adding up to 180. So that's 2x take 20 plus 3x is 180. So they're co-interior angles in parallel lines. That's our justification. And then lastly, we'll have 3x equals 2y plus 60. Because of vertically opposite angles. Okay, now if you're looking at this equation here and this equation here, they've both got two variables in it. So there's not really enough information to solve them by themselves. Okay, we could use some simultaneous equations, but that's going to be more complex than it needs to be. So I'm going to look at this equation here. 2x take 20 plus 3x is 180. Because this equation here has only one variable, it's x. And we can collect all of the like terms there and solve this equation for x. We're going to have 5x take 20 is 180. We're going to have 5x is 200. And x is 40. Okay? And then we can use that in either of these other equations to solve for y. It doesn't matter which one you do. I'm going to do this one because it looks like there's less involved. So then I'm going to have 3x equals 2y plus 60. So that means 3 times 40, because x is equal to 40. 3 times 40 is equal to 2y plus 60. So here we've got 120 is 2y plus 60. We'll subtract 60 from both sides. We're going to have 60 equals 2y. Divide both sides by 2. We've got y is 30. So we've got x is 30, x is 40, y is 30. Excellent. So this is all we're starting with today. All right, is revision of angles in parallel lines. So if you look at the front of our notes booklet, that's where our checklist is. Okay, and so we're working today. We're going to work on questions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, this unit, okay, I know I've said historically, you don't need to do all the questions. This is a unit where you do, okay, because remember I said right at the start, it is easy maths, okay, so no doubt you'll be able to jump to the last question and do it. That's not the point, okay. The point is that there are a number of potential ways a question could unfold. And it's very important that we have these fundamental skills for later on when we are going to apply them. So, I'm saying, by dictate, Ruben, as your maths teacher, you have to do every single question. All right? If they're easy, then you find them easy. Let's begin.